All right, everybody. Welcome to our first episode of Truth After Dark, a conspiracy podcast, our favorite conspiracy podcast. Your tolerable? Your
Soon to be favorite.
yes.
It's our only, so it's our favorite. You may have others that you enjoy, but they won't compare.
A new podcast from Fiddler and Shoots Productions. I'm Shoots.
I'm
I
Fiddler.
was about to say I'm Fiddler.
I mean,
I'm not.
If you want to, you could totally call that.
You are. Anyways. Can't say it in this one.
Can't say it in this one.
That's why I said anyways.
I know.
You gotta come up with something then.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. So, what better way to start our first episode of our conspiracy podcast but to talk about the king?
Why, thank you.
Not you.
Oh.
Elvis
I was called Lord a couple times.
Aaron Presley. I must be the king because my name's Aaron, so...
But only in the middle. You're sub-parking.
That's okay. So, everybody knows the king. Everybody's heard a song by Elvis. Plays an important part to, American culture, not to mention, worldwide culture, I would assume. I mean, Elvis is pretty big everywhere.
He got pretty big at the end, yeah.
Too soon.
It's been like 40 years. It's not too soon.
So...
50 years now, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Do you have a favorite Elvis song?
I do.
What's your favorite Elvis song?
It's called like Postcard, I believe. Or Letter or something. I don't even remember the song. I just know the words to it.
If Gabby were here, she'd say, "Sing it to me, Ward." My wife, Gabby.
What was I sent a letter to the postman.
Okay, yeah. I know which one.
Do you have a favorite song?
I do actually. I enjoy the Blue Christmas song.
Oh, okay. You're one of those people.
Well, I also enjoy Burnin' Love.
Oh, you're one of those people.
It's a good song. So, Elvis Presley was most commonly known as the king of rock and roll to just about everyone around the globe. From Devil in Disguise to Heartbreak Hotel to Blue Christmas, there was a slice of Elvis that fit anyone's diet. Personally, like I was saying, I do enjoy his song, Blue Christmas. I think one of the earliest memories I remember of that song was, I believe it was those Disney animated shorts they would have?
Yeah.
The Pixar animated shorts.
Yeah, I like some of those better than the actual movies.
Like the beginning of Toy Story or at the end, I forget which one it was. But I think I remember that
They're
song
usually at the
one of them.
beginning.
But, Elvis is a pretty big icon. I mean, you got the sandwich, peanut butter and banana?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good sandwich.
It is. If you put some honey on that, by the way.
Even better.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Might have to try it sometime.
Peanut butter, banana, and honey sandwich. It is amazing.
Have you ever been to Which Wich?
Um...
We've talked about Which Wich.
Yes. No, I haven't been inside of that particular establishment. I have been in the parking lot when someone else was getting a sandwich. Doesn't quite count.
Yeah, not really, but that's fine. Basically, Which Wich is just like any other sub shop out there where you go and you choose your sandwich, your meats, your veggies, or predetermined, sandwich.
Something they have on the menu.
I remember the first time I ever went to a Which Wich was on State Street, and they had an Elvis Presley sandwich.
What is that?
It was basically the meat with bananas and peanut butter.
With meat?
Yeah.
Was it good?
I didn't try it.
Oh.
I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I don't love him that much.
No, he's cool. But
oh my god,
I'm
though,
okay with
seriously. So, June's mother was obsessed with Elvis. Like, I'm talking, like, collector plates up on the walls and, like, vehicles that have his name on them, and plus, like, dolls. Or like with a G.I. Joe figure of Elvis or whatever.
Important
memorabilia.
Famous person.
Covering the walls and every single shelf of their house. And guess who fucking gets it when her parents gone.
Yeah, and then she's gonna put it up everywhere.
Oh my god. June said that she was gonna just fill up an entire room.
And just a shrine.
Literally
shrine
just a
to
shrine of Elvis. And oh my
That's
god.
fine.
I'm
You know
dreading
what?
this day.
That's alright.
I'm dreading this day.
Hey, sorry guys. Sorry, Jim. You gotta take the king room down the hall. The king
I'll
room.
build her a she shed and she can keep all of her shit in
an
there.
Elvis she shed. That's pretty interesting. We'll cover. So, Elvis was born in Tupelo, Mississippi on January 8th, 1935. He had a childhood riddled with poverty and hard times. Eventually, his family relocated to Memphis, and that's where he got his start in the music industry. But even though he led a life full of fame, fortune, and excess, the king would one day fall. Or would he?
Bum, 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 bum.
Of course, we need that. In the year 1977, rock and roll would never be the same. A warm afternoon on August the 16th, his girlfriend Ginger Alden found him unresponsive on the floor of their bathroom. So...
Wasn't it like he was taking like too many pills or something? Like the doctor was prescribing him uppers and downers. And...
He had a heart attack while trying to take a crap.
Yeah, I heard.
But that's not why we're here tonight. If you're all interested and you haven't heard how the king passed away, you can go do your research. We could do a whole episode about that, but that's not what this is about. This is about conspiracy theories surrounding.
I do have a quick story about that, and it's not humorous at all. But my dad was telling me that, like the day after or whatever it was. So he was in a store and he was trying to buy something, and this woman is sobbing hysterically while she's loading up his groceries or whatever. And he looks at her and like, "What's the matter?" And she looks at him and says, "Haven't you heard?" And he's like, "Heard what?" "Elvis is dead!" And he's like, "Oh, here's my money. Thanks."
Well, I almost thought you were going to say the bird is the word.
No, nothing relating to Family Guy.
Or the trash man.
But, yeah, that too.
But, we'll just quick go over, I believe, 5 conspiracy theories. And then Ward will...
That's all on one hand.
It is.
That's impressive.
Gotta hand it to me, huh?
I could clap with one hand, but I'll just flip you off instead.
Yeah.
Clap with one hand.
Ward will come back in with which one he thinks is more likely to have happened. If
all of them.
It has
all
happened.
All at once.
And if he actually believes one or not.
I believe Elvis had split
Left
personalities, so every single one is plausible. And here we go again.
Exactly. All right, so there's the headstone theory. Some believe that on Elvis's headstone, his middle name is spelt the right but wrong way. Apparently, at a young age, Elvis, or his parents, it is uncertain who, chose to spell his middle name with one A instead of two, so Aaron with one A, in honor of his stillborn brother Jesse Garon Presley. Thus meaning he was letting people know he was still alive.
That one is extremely far-fetched.
It's very vague.
I think that's people wanting to believe he was alive, but not really having anything else to go on.
It's the X-Files of this conspiracy.
that one's kind of meh.
Well, the next one is the pool house photo.
Ooh.
So on December 31st, 1977, a full 4 months and 23 days after his quote-unquote death, a man by the name Mike Joseph was visiting Graceland, supposedly taking a photo of Elvis sitting in his pool house. Later in an interview with Larry King, it was revealed that the man was not Elvis, but actually a man by the name of Al Strada. Though he did believe that it was Elvis. And many still do believe that it was Elvis.
Which, if Elvis were still to be alive, that could be plausible because that does work into the next conspiracy theory.
It does. So the next one is the Mafia. Gail Brewer Giorgio, an author of the 1988 book Elvis is Alive, revealed that her research of FBI documents concluded Presley was put into witness protection. His death was faked because he apparently helped the FBI take down a criminal organization known as the Fraternity.
Sounds like a bunch of dude bros at a college.
It sounds like a Tarantino film.
It does. It totally, that's totally plausible.
It sounds exactly like something Tarantino would come up with. I don't know. All right.
I think both of those conspiracies work together. I mean,
Definitely.
who's to say his name isn't El Strada now?
It could be.
If he's in witness protection, he's got a new name. He's got a complete new identity. He's got a new house. He probably doesn't, everything.
Probably just going back to Graceland to visit.
Yeah.
And then the next one is 82nd birthday. On what would be the king's 82nd birthday, a photo of a man surfaced on the Elvis Presley is Alive Facebook group. He is thought to be Elvis himself, attending a celebration thrown in his honor. Which, alright, okay, that could happen. Would you attend a celebration in your own honor?
If my name was El Strada, I would. Hey, all of these do technically work together.
They do. Except this last one is kind of iffy.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, so we all know the movie Home Alone. Which
Yeah.
I don't think you ever thought I'd be mentioning that with going along with this, did you?
Probably not. That movie, oh god, I have to watch it every Christmas because June likes it.
That's not that bad. Then again, I haven't watched in probably like 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
So in the 1990 film Home Alone, there's a man resembling Elvis in the scene where Kate, Kevin's mother, is checking flights. He's standing in frame right behind her. Maybe he's just booking a flight back to Memphis.
He could be, like we said before, if he's got a new identity, he could be going back to visit once in a while. However, I have a problem with that one because I think that everybody in the area would have been, checked over to make sure that none of them were a threat to the actors.
Yeah, definitely.
So if this guy could just be a background prop, but
Just a very good look, like maybe a doppelganger.
yeah, I mean he's obviously or someone that would have something to do with the movie. Even if he's just in the background as a prop, number one, he could just be a special. He could just be like a not special effect, but like he could be like I don't even remember what they call him.
Yeah,
but
the extra.
An extra, just a background crew kind of guy. The one random dude in the Western that like walks back and forth between people. They're starting to duel. Who like one of those guys?
So my problem with that last one though is he would have been the age of 55, and I've seen the movie. I saw the frame of the relating to the conspiracy theory, and the man in the frame does not look 55.
Yeah.
Especially a aged Elvis that definitely was enjoying his time. The man was thin. It resembled a 25, 30-year-old Elvis.
So he was born in 35.
Correct.
And died in 77.
Correct.
How old would that make him?
So I believe from 35 to 90 when the movie was made, he would have been 55. So 77, that would have been 13 years prior, so he would have been 42.
42.
When he passed away. Which is very young.
Well, especially to have so many problems like he did.
That's what happens when you eat a lot of peanut butter banana sandwiches.
Yeah, that probably didn't help his colon problem. But yeah, that's the things with like, it's the same kind of thing that happened with the let's say we can't call him the self-proclaimed king of pop, Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
His doctor did the same thing where he was prescribing him uppers and downers and all sorts of drugs. But when you're that rich, you can literally pay your doctor to prescribe you things.
And then mixed with other things.
Yeah. Plus drinking, popping pills, and all this other stuff is definitely, plus a horribly unhealthy diet, is going to contribute to a lot of health problems.
Oh, definitely.
So, yeah.
So, do you believe Elvis is still alive, or do you believe that the king is dead?
He's dead now.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be pretty old. He'd be 85.
Yeah.
That's pretty old.
He's definitely, for his health.
He'd be a little older because it's
a little older.
2021 and
Yeah. No, with his health problems and his issues and everything else, he would absolutely be dead. I firmly believe that.
if any of these were true, which were all these conspiracy theories, most of them were,
Oh, I fully
older.
believe they're bogus.
Do you?
I do. I do not believe that they got a doppelganger to sit on a toilet and die taking a shit.
What do you think? Do you think listing his name with one A on the headstone was just a coincidence? They did it because that's how he wanted to.
He could have had that written on as well.
Okay. So sorry everybody, but the king is actually
More than
dead.
likely he is dead. I do think that the mafia would probably be the most plausible explanation because it works into the other conspiracies.
And they're all just connected, except
Yeah, if someone taking a picture of him sitting by his pool, that could be him, but in a different alias. So,
most definitely.
and on his 82nd birthday when he's visiting the Facebook group, yes, that could be another alias. That could be him,
Yeah.
but in witness protection.
So, and 82 is a pretty old age, and especially with how many issues he did have, I wouldn't think he'd survive much longer after that.
No.
So
I did actually look at the picture of him supposedly being in the Facebook thing, and he definitely was an old man.
Oh yeah.
Definitely an old man. And there was supposed to be security surrounding him. To maybe it was Presley with his personal security guard.
So, final thoughts. Do you believe he died on the toilet in 1977? Or do you believe one of the conspiracy theories? Do you believe he died, or do you believe that he was relocated and eventually died of old age?
I find it more plausible that he died the way they said they did.
Okay.
Simply because in order to fabricate that lie, there would have had to been so much going on. They would have had to literally they would have to pay off coroners, they'd have to pay off police officers, they'd have to pay off media personnel taking pictures of his body, they would have to pay off everything. They would have to get a look-alike and then give him plastic surgery enough to fool his family. There would have to be so much... And kill him. Or they would actually actively have to kill him because...
They need a body to look at.
They would have to have a body, and they couldn't just put a corpse in the bathroom because that would obviously,
Yeah.
But the problem I have with that theory is that his girlfriend should have been in witness protection with him. However, she wasn't. So that kind of throws up a red flag.
Well, it wasn't his first relationship, so maybe he wanted out of that one.
Right, they could have been a side chick. You never know.
Either way.
But no, I don't really believe that these conspiracy theories have any true solid base to them.
Fair enough. All right.
I think the most plausible one is the mafia one, but I don't really think it's likely.
Okay. All right.
He dead. He's dead, Jim.
Yes. Well, sorry guys. Sorry to break it to you.
All you hopers and believers out there, you get your little dreams crushed again.
Sorry.
And again. And again.
Was it
and here we go.
44 years later. Sorry guys, he actually did die probably.
He totes dead.
Well, everybody, that was our thoughts and ideas and reporting on the conspiracy theories that we looked up revolving around Elvis Aaron Presley.
You only looked him up because it's got your middle name.
No, not at all.
No, it has that's another conspiracy theory, by the way. We'll discuss that one later. If Aaron looked him up solely because of the name.
We may never know.
The world may never know. Just like how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
too damn many to count.
I think they actually did something about that where they took like an automated machine or something to calibrate how many licks got there.
Unless they
it's
actually...
like 200 something.
Yeah, I mean... I don't think I'd ever want to actually try that.
Just sit there and lick.
A lollipop.
Lick a lollipop.
All right.
Welcome to the candy shop.
No. Thanks for joining us for our first episode of Truth After Dark. All right, everybody. Stay safe.
Don't die.
Yeah.
Stay off the toilets.
Yeah, if you see a conspiracy theory, run.
Mm-hmm. They're dangerous.
They are.
They'll take you down a rabbit hole you'll never get out of.
You'll have to claw your way out.
Or just succumb to it and accept the inevitable.
That life is one big rabbit hole?
Yep. It's just like Alice chasing down the rabbit hole.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Better watch out for those rabbit holes or you'll end up like us.
And there we went.